Hi, everyone. It is World Brain Health Day, and we are excited to announce that we are officially have our podcast on all things brain. So we have officially launched the Neuro Collective Podcast, available now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well.
That's right. That's right. We're looking forward to you joining us and listening in on some of these. You know, we've kept them purposely 30 minutes or less. It's not about pizza. It's actually just about keeping things in a digestible manner that you can take in when you're on your way to work or on your way home, or just something in a short time frame where you can really absorb something and really take something away every time that may be actionable or thoughtful or something you could just consider and share with friends, because we want to make a difference in people's brain health, especially in a day and age like this where there is so much challenge with the world situation, your personal environment, even your personal universe. You may really need some help, some support, some shepherding, some guidance, and we're here to do that.
Yeah, we are. We're here to do that. And we're so excited to welcome everybody on board. And we want to say a special shout out to our virtual assistant, Louisa, who has helped us put this together. So thank you, Louisa, for being so wonderful behind the scenes.
Thank you.
And being such a good encouragement. And just thank all of you for being willing to listen and pass it on. So the podcast is going to be filled with so many different positive information, but really everything having to do with neuroscience and your body's ability to heal.
Yeah.
You know, we touch in areas that are our cornerstones, which is understanding the hardware of your brain, understanding the software of your brain, which is, you know, how your mental state is, your mindset, if you will.
Mindset.
And then we look at all the metabolics. So those are just three pillars, but imagine in those three pillars, there are multiple conversations to be had.
Yes.
And we know this because we have them daily with our patients. And so we are looking forward to having a platform that's going to be informative, entertaining, and also inspiring. So we pray that you get something out of it.
Absolutely. We do. We hope and pray that you get something from it. You know, we're going to talk about brain intel, what we call it, how to understand how healthy your brain is by doing measurements with your brain, because we want to really use data. Data helps us to drive the right direction in terms of where we're going, where we would like to go, whether it be it cognitive health, be it emotional, mental, or psychological well-being and stability, whether it be actually movement-based, motor, what we call motor function. And some of these things are related to pediatrics, some are related to adults. So we have a wide variety of things. It's all flowing out of the understanding from neuroscience into the clinical realm. How do we start applying things, or into your home life? How do you apply things to make things better in the way your brain functions around your environment? You know, when we think about that, I want to mention this one thing came up today, because it's always wonderful to talk about something that's fresh right in the day. And that is, what does the data show? Right? Yeah. We emphasize evidence and data when it comes to brain health. Brain maps, QEEGs, eye tracking studies, balance and stability scores, cognitive measures for focus and attention and concentration, even outcome assessments for mental and psychological well-being. And here's something I want to say, though, because that has been a common phrase over the past few years, right? There's no scientific evidence. You have to be careful with that. You want to be wise and you want to gather data, but you have to be careful, because sometimes the sensitivity of instrumentation, the way that we're analyzing, may not be the proper way to analyze what really happened. And so we need to leave space for that within a reasonable range, right? We're not talking about extremes. We're saying, even though the evidence of something may not be there, we need to evaluate it maybe differently to find that evidence. And so that's what we like to do as well. So yes, we're data driven. Yes, we want to use factual basis for why someone might benefit from a therapy. And sometimes when it's a mystery for someone in medicine, in healthcare, we may be able to uncover that mystery by looking at it differently.
Right.
A different view.
Right, a different view. And that's really what we're all about. We want to take a look at things from a different perspective so that we can aid our clients and patients to have a different outcome. That's the whole goal. So today being World Brain Day, I keep wanting to say
World Brain Health Day.
Well, it's World Brain Health Day, yes. Universally, right? So world.
Sorry.
So I know there's a lot of different things that we can talk about that would be actionable for someone who's looking to improve their brain. But what is something top of mind, one or two things that someone could begin to do today or to assess if they're not already doing, that would be a practical way for them to start moving their brain health in a positive direction?
This, and I don't mean buy this kind of watch. I mean, what is your sleep doing? And so I use a smart watch. My wife uses one as well. I would like to know about your sleep. You want to improve your brain health? How is your sleep? Sleep and brain health are intricately related, or intimately. That's what I want to say. Intimately related, right? If your sleep is not good in its quality, quantity, what you have to take to sleep, it's going to affect your brain health. So it's one of those things. Buy some type of smartwatch, some type of wearable device, start watching and analyzing your sleep, and then get someone that may have some knowledge in sleep study and understanding the architecture of sleep, what the brain waves do in different sleep states. I see someone who kind of joined in there that I know, Cognitive FX. They know about sleep. They work with people with their sleep and their brain health as we do. So you may need to then talk to the professional after you start measuring, and just a little self-study about your sleep, because sleep is one of the foundations. Yeah. So if you want good brain health, you got to sleep right.
Yeah. Well, I would add very good. And I think that's really important, and we do measure that. And I would add one more thing, that something everyone can do, or most everyone can do. Most people ask, well, what's the best exercise I can do for my brain health? What should I do? Should I do crossword puzzles? Should I do this? Should I do that? And all of these things have an important component that are useful in some capacity. But what the number one exercise that we tell everyone to do for your brain is walk. Get more steps in, do more walking. And walking, of course, is good for multiple reasons, but it really has been shown scientifically that it's very beneficial to your brain health, not just your overall physical health as well.
Yeah, you know what they do in Japan? I heard it recently. They do forest walks. So they call it, they have another name for it, of course, in Japanese, and these are very helpful. So they created green spaces so people could walk in them during the day and get out in that type of small forest environment, because it changes the way the brain is working. We know that it helps reduce anxiety levels, or what we would call in neuroscience, arousal levels. We know that it helps divergence of the eyes. The eyes are a key to your brain health. Put that note in your book. And so we analyze the eyes. We also use eye movements to retrain the brain. But getting out in nature, walking, getting your vision up and out, not necessarily listening to music. They do it in just quietness, because now you're adding another component. I mean, we may do that, but you may want to try it without that and let your brain quiet down, settle down, and not necessarily be on your device while you're walking. Please. I mean, don't put it down right now. We're talking, but just let the device be down for a moment and just enjoy the movement pattern, and even let your brain be bored. Let your brain be somewhat bored, because in the boredom, which seems kind of strange, creativity can blossom in your brain. Like, so what do I do? What comes out of this? And there's a book about that. And I thought it was remarkable the way they put the study together. So I want you to be a little bored without technology. I want you to get out and walk. I'd like for you, and I'm encouraging you in all these things, and we are, right? World Brain Health Day. We're encouraging you, listen to the podcast, follow us. We would love if you would like it, follow us, because that's how all this works. You have to kind of engage, and the engagement will help, and then we can get more and more of this out. And we have some phenomenal, we have like 50 topics that we came up with that are just crucial to people, and will be helpful in moving them forward in their brain health. So really more to come. Follow us. Check it out. Apple, Spotify, all those good places.
Great. Well, wonderful. Well, thank you for listening. Thanks for jumping in here with us today. Hope you're having a fabulous World Brain Health Day. And go do some forest walking. Hopefully you have a forest near you. We don't have a forest.
We have a garden.
We have a garden. So we can enjoy our garden. Yeah. And I love that. All right. Until next time, have a fabulous day, guys.